what an extraordinary moment this is in America. It has been 2 weeks since the killing of George Floyd sparked a movement that has now gone global. Protests swept our nation from coast to coast over the weekend, Robin.
And that movement is continuing, as you know, George, from protesters taking to the streets in Los Angeles to demonstrators in our nation's capital. That powerful Black Lives Matter painted on 16th Street in Washington, D.C. That sign inspiring other cities to paint similar works of art across the country. Take a look at this one in Raleigh, North Carolina, Amy.
Beautiful. End racism now. And then take a look at this other stunning image out of D.C. There was over a mile of fencing now surrounding the White House, but protesters decided to make the most of it, to make it part of the movement, posting signs for change.
And in the city where George Floyd was killed, the Minneapolis City Council promised last night to dismantle the police department. We're going to have a live response this morning from the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry, in an exclusive interview.
He's standing by to talk with you, George, but we're going to continue in Houston, where thousands, as we've said, are expected today at a memorial for George Floyd. Marcus Moore is there with the latest. Good morning, Marcus.
Well, Robin, good morning. It will be a highly emotional day here as thousands of people are expected to attend a public viewing here at the church Floyd's family attends in Houston. This as people in cities across the globe protest his death.
From coast to coast, thousands gathering to peacefully protest racial injustice and police brutality. 10,000 people paying their respects at a memorial for George Floyd in North Carolina, his death igniting a global movement.
Some death ain't about dying. Some death is about waking all of us up.
In Washington, D.C. Sunday, civil rights icon John Lewis, who marched for equal rights in Selma in 1965 and was beaten by police, this weekend standing on a newly painted mural, the words Black Lives Matter leading right to the White House. He said the nation is sending a, quote, strong message to the world that we will get there. According to the Washington Post, preliminary data shows that more places have held protests since Floyd's death than the 2017 women's marches, previously the biggest single-day demonstration in American history, and that they're not just in large cities, but in small, historically conservative communities as well. Like VIDOR, Texas, a town with a history of KKK and white supremacy activity in its past.
When light shows up, darkness has to go away. So we're hoping with all this light that all the darkness will go away and stay away.
This as the nation grapples with other violent incidents caught on tape. Overnight, a terrifying scene at this peaceful demonstration in Seattle. Police saying a man drove this car into a crowd of protesters and later shot a person.
People start trying to bust into his car to stop him, and he pulls out a gun. So I started running away. Next thing I'm hearing, someone's got shot.
This video showing the suspect with what appears to be a gun as he disappears into the crowd. Officers later arresting the man and say the 27-year-old victim is in stable condition. And in Buffalo, 2 officers now charged with felony assault after shoving the 75-year-old man to the ground. He was hospitalized. The officers who pled not guilty face up to 7 years in prison. In many places, protesters calling to defund the police, some asking that a portion of police budgets be given to the communities to fund hospitals, housing, and schools. Sunday, the Minneapolis City Council announcing their plans to end the police department, saying that decades of police reform efforts have proved that the department cannot be reformed.
Our commitment is to end our city's toxic relationship with the Minneapolis Police Department, to end policing as we know it, and to recreate systems of public safety that actually keep us safe.
But on Saturday, the city's mayor was asked about defunding the police department during a visit to support protesters at the site where George Floyd died.
We don't want no more police. Is that clear? We don't want people with guns toting around in our community, shooting us down. It is a yes or a no. Will you defund the Minneapolis Police Department?
I do not support full abolition.
His response leading to boos from the crowd.
That is a proposal being discussed in cities across the country. New York and Los Angeles, leaders there are among those now calling to shift funding from police departments. In the meantime, back in Minneapolis, Officer Derek Chauvin is expected to make his first court appearance on that charge of second-degree murder and manslaughter. Guys.
Okay, Marcus, thanks.
Well, Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.